Hey y'all, I'm Alison Asarch from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, I'm Sean Fraser from the Ritzy Kids.
Hunters, this is Johnny from Rail Motor.
Hey, it's Shane from Blind Season.
Hey, it's Rob Stanier, and you can check out my music on all the streaming platforms.
Check out my latest music on all the streaming sites.
Check out my debut album on all streaming platforms.
Check out our new debut album.
Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. And you're listening to our friends, Braggy and Curly.
And my favorite bands from Australia.
My two favourite podcasters,
Braggy and Curly.
Braggy and Curly.
On the
Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast.
And Rossi.
So, hey there, everyone. It's Curly here, and welcome to episode 185 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. We've got our first show back from 2 weeks. So we've got we had Braggy gallivanting around the countryside doing some touring. I think that's what he said he was doing. And of course, we gave Rossi a bit of a break because Rossi's always in the mix of things. So we've had a bit of a holiday of freshen up, and we're back here in episode 185. Very special show. We've got our very special guest, Chloe Styler, with us. Welcome to the show, Chloe.
Hello.
And for long-term listeners, you probably remember Chloe from episode 118 when we first talked to her. So really excited to be talking with her. But let's get some of our housekeeping out of the way. Braggy, what have you been up to, my friend?
I've been in Agnes Water with long-term friend of the show, Waxy, better known as Johnny Rail Motor. And we did 10 gigs in 12 days there. And we actually scored a little set at a festival. I've got to go back in May for the 1770 festival. So I don't know if people don't know. Chloe probably does. There's Agnes Water at 1772 little towns, and there's Agnes Water Blues and Ritz Festival, and there's the 1770 Festival. So we managed to get a spot. So I've got to be back up there in May, Kelly. So there might be another show from Waxy's place.
Excellent. So just bear with us. We've just had Rossi come back into the green room. Let's see that we've got in there.
How's that going? Any better?
Oh,
he's on the 57. 57. That's classic, Rossi.
They're all using they're using all the 58s downstairs.
Oh, it's so good.
All right. So Agnes Water, you've got a festival coming up.
Yes.
Rossi, welcome to the show. And what have you been up to, my friend?
Stuff. Yeah, stuff. Yeah, I've been doing lots of different things. But yeah. Got some shows coming up this weekend. I've got a Jupiter 5 show on Saturday. I've got a Pocket Watch show at Cronulla on Sunday. So we're sort of getting down to the wire. Northies, playing Northies on Sunday, headlining Northies on Sunday afternoon.
While all the footballers are up here in Brizzy, so
yeah, I think it's a very smart idea, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit of news: Alison Asarch's new album is now out, Braggy. So we can now talk about it. So
yeah, that's a great album. I love it. I just love all the subject matter she's covered. You know, it's subject matter that normally wouldn't cover in a country song. You know, a little bit of, you know, songs about growing old and losing your memory. Songs about
what was that? No.
Good one. Yeah, just just different subject matter. Another song about getting married and being an in-law, have to hang out with the in-laws.
Yeah, that's a cool song.
That's a cool song.
That's a honky-tonk song, my friend, isn't it? Yeah, very much.
Yeah, and another one about her, which I really like, about her working in the coffee shop next to a hospital and people coming in to get coffee that have obviously been through a stressful time, maybe losing loved ones, and she has to serve them. Just good, different approach. Yeah, I mean, it's just writing about her life, I guess so.
Yeah, it's a great album. So if you haven't heard it, have a listen. Alison Asarch, Souvenirs of Love. Hey, let's welcome in. No, actually, before I do, it's going to be remiss of me. How's the footy tipping going?
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Curly.
I'm just glad I got one right last weekend that mattered.
Yeah, so I was with you with the Roosters, so that was good.
That was tough. I think the Dragons should no longer play on Anzac Day because obviously the Roosters deserve to have a team that takes it seriously, because I think for the last 3 years we've been touched up badly on Anzac Day.
I think Kyle Flanagan's your problem.
And also Shane, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
So let's so the footy tipping update is apparently I'm still leading on 73. Braggy's on 70, so he's chasing me down, and Rossi's bringing up the tail.
I've overtaken Rossi. I must admit, I got my NRL tips from Waxy when I was. I don't know if that's cheating or not.
No, it's not. So the only consistent thing about the footy this year is the inconsistency. So, all righty. So let's have a chat. So after a whirlwind year, which saw her illuminate stages at Nashville CMA Fest and the Bluebird Cafe, Chloe Styler is quickly captivating audiences around the world with a very distinctive voice and relatable lyrics. So welcome to the show, Chloe. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
We are all fantastic.
The Bluebird and the CMAs. Are you kidding me?
I know. It was a bit greedy, wasn't it?
Tell us about the Bluebird first. I want to hear about what it was like to play there.
Yeah.
It was a pinch me moment for the whole hour and a half that I was in there. It was a while ago now. It was not long after we just last spoke in 2023. But it was incredible. I got to play 4 original songs in a writer's round with other amazing Aussies like Sinead Burgess and Beck Brooks. And I just loved every moment. It was so cool. It's such a small space. I had only been once before to see my friend Phil Barton play. And I didn't realize until I walked in how small it is. And so it's even smaller when you're on the stage. Like it's crazy how there was only probably like 65 people in there, but it's just this huge home of country music. And it was such an honor to be able to share my music and my stories in there all the way from Australia.
Yeah. It sounds like it's great. Like that to me, just 65 people is the perfect spot to try out your new material, because you're so intimate and you get that message across. Like everybody, like they can't escape you.
No, they can't. And I played 2 brand new songs that haven't been recorded.
Ooh.
So I think I played one that I wrote in June. I played Read a Room, which had been recorded but wasn't out yet. And then I played a brand new one that was going to be recorded. My producer was in the audience, and I kind of used it as an opportunity to road test some songs. And then he was like, that's the one, you got to record that. And it ended up being Little Lady, which then I released last year. So it was so cool.
So you've got the latest one out is Love in a Bubble.
Yes.
So my first question is going to be, has the bubble burst?
Oh, the bubble was burst when I wrote the song.
Yeah. So I feel all these songs are related, and I think, well, this is just from just listening to the lyrics, and I like all the songs. It seems to be maybe all from just one experience.
Which ones are you thinking of? Which songs?
I feel like Love in a Bubble, Call It, because it both mention 6 days. Both those songs.
They do.
And
I didn't know that.
Oh, he doesn't miss, does he?
I don't miss. Even Time Bomb. I don't know. They just all seem. I feel like they all go together. Whether they're all about the same experience or not, I don't know. But I feel like they all go together. And one I really like is 25.
Thank you.
Because I think the hardest songs to write are the ones where you look it in the mirror. And I feel like that's one of those songs, especially with the line, "My mind is messy." It's a great line. That can be used for so many musos I know.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about all that.
Okay, so to give you the inside scoop, Little Lady, Call It, Love in a Bubble are all about the same experience. So yeah, I also hadn't made the connection myself that Call It and Love in a Bubble reference the 6 days. I had not connected that, and I wrote the song. So thank you for that. I'm going to use that on my social media. Thank you.
Do it. No worries.
And Time Bomb is about a different situation, but I feel like just production-wise, I kind of sit in the same world naturally with all of my songs. So I see how you think that they all might be related. And you know what? They are all related because I'm just a girl in her 20s going through the trials and tribulations of dating, and that just happens to come out naturally when I write songs.
Yeah. And see in some exciting places while it's all happening by the sounds.
Yeah. And 25, I love that song as well. It was written with Kaylee Bell and Gavin Carfoot, and was very like I was looking in a mirror and looking back at myself, and it was very confronting when we were writing it, but we all kind of could relate to the idea of comparing yourself to other people and wishing you had something that you didn't, or you were somewhere that you weren't, but realizing that everything happens for you when it's meant to, and just not getting caught up in the rat race of social media, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't want my friends to think that I'm not calling just 'cause they're living and I'm still falling. I don't want to lie, but I know something's missing beneath this makeup. My mind is messy. Maybe there's a price to pay for hoping that I'll find a way to chase this dream a million miles away. I don't know what I want, but I gotta let it all work out and try to hide these insecurities. When it all goes wrong, gotta have a little faith right now, and that's just life. At 25, half my friends have settled, half are waiting for something better, but I'm too impatient. I'm running out of years to waste, but I've still got this dream to chase. I get homesick, but I know I can't stay. I don't know what I want, but I gotta let it all work out and try to hide these insecurities. When it all goes wrong, gotta have a little faith right now, and that's just life at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, for female performers, social media can be both brutal and confronting, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's a nightly thing where I just do this and I just scroll and I
doom scroll.
Yeah, I doom scroll. Yeah, every day, and I need to stop doing that.
Sounds like there's a lot of maturity in that song by the same token. So to come to that realization mid-20s or what have you, it's just I don't think I sort of came to that realization until I was at least the big 4-0, and you're always wishing you were somewhere else, or that why aren't I there, or what's that person doing. It's that whole comparison, which is just such a thief of joy for everyone. It's about enjoying the moment where you are.
Yes, you just literally took the words out of my mouth. Whenever I do the patter on stage, when I introduce 25, I always say comparison is the thief of joy, and we need to remember that, because my dad once said that to me probably around the time of being 25 and writing this song, and it really stuck with me. And I think it's so important in this day and age, like you've said, with social media, to remember that comparison is the thief of joy. And if we want to spark joy in our lives, stop comparing, and I'm saying that to myself.
Yeah, just live as you go. Like when he talked about 40, when you get to 60, I don't know. I care about where I should be. I've got to figure out where I am. I've got to figure out where I am.
But on the musician side of things, it reminds me of that meme where the kid goes to his mum and says, "When I grow up, I want to be a musician." And the mum looks at him and goes, "Well, you're going to have to choose."
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Oh, like
because musician
growing up,
either grow up or be a musician. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. True.
You'll explain that to me later, right?
Well, you just don't grow up when you're a muso, Curly.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
but just having to live your life out in public, especially if you're an honest songwriter who writes songs about themselves, it's pretty, it's very brave. I always think how brave it is for every songwriter who sits there and writes a song about their personal experience. It's brave. It can be reckless. It can be vengeful. It can be a lot of different things. But it is, most of all, I think it's honest and brave. That's what I find, and that's what I get from these sort of songs.
Yeah, I make a point of making sure my lyrics are very authentic and true to me, and tell my story and literal lived experiences I've been through. And I do that as a form of therapy, and it's just the best way I find that I connect with people, through just being entirely truthful. But I won't lie, on release days, it can be very nerve-wracking. The Call It release day, I don't think I even checked my phone that day. I was so nervous to release Call It. And 25 was a similar feeling of nerves. But then there's songs like Love in a Bubble, which is so fun and like not too exposing, So it was a really fun release day. But yeah, it kind of ebbs and flows.
But a lot of people don't get that same cathartic feeling from that songwriters get either, which is, that's the plus side, is the catharsis that comes out of you being able to express how you feel about the whole thing. It's got to be a great feeling too.
Oh, nothing beats it. I wrote a song the other day on my piano just to get it all out, and I don't need to go to therapy next week because I feel great.
You know what? There's hundreds and thousands of other 25-year-old girls out there that probably feeling the same from your songs as well. They get that same thing. So that's why it's so good to do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am looking at what has been happening with you even since we last spoke. You had a long line of music when we spoke last, and we were talking a little bit off air about, I still love Consider Me Gone and Vaguer Than Vegas. And I love putting the playlist on that features some of your music. But you've been prolific since then as well. You just keep bringing it out. So what's the drive there, Chloe? Because
the drive was last year. I set myself a challenge to release as much music as I could in a purposeful way. It still needed to have meaning, but I just really wanted to connect with people. And I had all these songs sitting in my Dropbox and they were ready to go. And I felt like I needed to just get what I had to say out there. And then in February last year, I sat down with my sister, Amy, and I kind of just bared my soul to her and was like, I have all these hopes and dreams for my music. And I have 5 songs that can come out this year, and I want to do it, but that sounds crazy. And I want to do a visualizer for everything, but I'm a 20-something musician. I've got no money. I can't do all of these things, and I'm independent and I'm self-managed. But thankfully for me, my sister is very handy with the camera, and she is a hobby photographer. It's not her job by any means, but she has a good camera, and it had the video function. And we went and we filmed 4 visualizers last year, which all got added to CMT and all made the top 10 on the countdown, which was amazing. And I could have visuals with every song, which to me I have a marketing degree, and visuals just are so important. And they really help bring the story to life, at least what's in my head, out. So yeah, the drive was just connecting with people, and I had the means to do so. I don't know if I'll do 5 single releases again this year. That's a lot, but it was a really fun experiment because I'd never done it before.
Because last time you only had the EP, and I think it was called Side B or
Side A, Side B. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what it was called? Side B or
Side
A?
A,
Yes.
Side A. Side
Yeah, I
A,
had
Side
2.
B.
Oh, I had 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Side B. I was going to say, have you got to? We're going to make this one
Side
Side
A
A.
out there.
Yeah, like I said, they all go together. I
Yeah.
think you should
Well,
call
Side A.
it the loner.
The loner, yeah. I was considering packaging Little Lady, Call It, and Read a Room up into their own little EP late last year, but honestly, I ran out of time, and I also got a little burnt out. Like, doing this all myself is a little tiring, which is to be expected, but I'm in a better headspace now. I can kind of see what the rest of this year is looking like, and without giving too much away, like, plans have changed within the last few weeks, like things are constantly changing, but I'm really excited about what I have coming up. I've been recording in Nashville again, and I also, though, record here. Like, I'm not just like, oh, I record in Nashville. Like, I record wherever I'm inspired, and I have some really cool things in the works for this year, I think. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. I've got a couple of things that I just want to share. We've talked a little bit about Bluebird because I was so excited. And one of the things, I went to Nashville this year in November after running the New York Marathon, and I just cannot wait to get back. And that's as a punter, and just the vibe around the place. I went to a writer's round at the Virgin Hotel. There. So it was just incredible. So I cannot wait to get back. So it's always exciting to hear about our artists that are making a difference over there. I know Katrina Burgoyne's there. And now there's so many Aussies there, and now we've got Brittany over there as well. So it's just so awesome.
It's only a matter of time, isn't it, before someone really cracks it?
Yeah. The next Keith is coming, you can just sense it. So, so looking forward to this year, and your plans around heading back to Nashville. What do they look like for you at this stage?
Yeah, I love going to the States to write and be inspired by all the crazy talented musicians that are there. So I am heading back just for a holiday, actually, around CMA Fest. No work, none of the above. I'm actually just going to have fun and hang out with my friends. It's only a very quick trip, but even just soaking up the energy in the air is enough for me, to be honest. So I'm excited about that. I do have some things in the works about trying to get back over there, but later this year, but I don't have anything set in stone. I'm just kind of playing it by ear, but gosh, I love that place so much. And I have some really wonderful friends there that I miss, and I just want to go hang out with them and go to
Well, you're bound to come up with more songs, when you're in that sort of space.
Right?
Yeah.
It just will happen naturally. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just an incredible place, and what I love it dearly, and I can't wait. But then with the shoe on the other foot, you've also played recently at a Bunnings Warehouse.
I have.
So how was that?
That is cool.
So
you can't get any more Australian than that.
No, I know.
Was there a sausage on the rider?
You know what? There were snags, but I didn't get one. I don't eat before. I know it's not their fault, but I don't eat before I play, and then I went out for dinner afterwards. So, but it was such a cool gig. I was alongside Dylan Wright, who was Australian Idol last year, and Charlie Castle. She's a cool folky artist from Sydney. She came up for it as well, and it was so much fun. The community really showed up. There was hundreds of people at this Ipswich Bunnings.
Wow. So was it for, what was it for? Was it for a charity or something? Or was it for...
It was just a community event. Bunnings put on this community event for Ipswich,
cool.
and it was the same weekend as CMC Rocks, so there were quite a few people in town anyway. And yeah, it was really, really fun. It's one of my favorite gigs, to be honest.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, vast different from playing in a honky tonk or doing
Yeah.
an intimate songwriters round at the Bluebird. The other thing I just wanted to mention is I saw you play support for Katrina Burgoyne when she was out, and if anyone gets a chance, pop along and see Chloe Styler, because to me, I just found your whole stage presence was amazing. Your outfit was immaculate. And Braggy, I really thought about this today because I was talking.
I love it when you think about stuff.
I know. So, see, when Chloe took the stage, it's just Chloe, cowgirl, guitar. That's it, right? And it gives off this. There's a vulnerability about it, and the way I can sort of express that, it's that look that someone has that a mother just wants to hug, right? So. You're picturing it,
yeah.
And so Chloe comes on stage, and then she just I think her first song was "Consider Me Gone," which of course is just one of my favorites, and it's just captivating. You know, when people aren't interested in something, and you hear glasses and murmurs, and the place was just silent, deadly silent, just captivating. So I just wanted to share that, Chloe, because it was just fascinating and amazing to see. It was great.
That's a classic country thing, though, isn't it? Like, as soon as you said that to me, I could see, like, Tammy Wynette or just that, even the old school country in the spotlight, just in your cowboy thing and your guitar, and wow.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you for saying that, because you never know. Like, I don't think I thought I did a great gig that night. So to hear you say that is really kind. So thank you.
So if anyone does get a chance to go see you played on Thursday night up here in Brizzy, I think, and then you've got another gig coming up soon, do you not?
I do. So I, depending on when this is getting posted, I'm performing on the 3rd of May supporting Matt Cornell.
Which is the day after this gets posted. So
perfect, great. Yes, come along. I'm
tomorrow.
That. Tomorrow. At the Distillery Road Markets, halfway between Brizzy and the Gold Coast.
Sounds awesome. So it was and the stark contrast between you and Katrina. Now, of course, it was just Chloe on stage, and then Katrina's got the band. And Katrina, you could tell that she plays in the honky tonks in Nashville. She just so professional in the way she did it. It was a great mix, but it was almost like a stark contrast to. And Chloe warmed the crowd up, and then.
So, Chloe, are you just the guitar and your voice? That's it?
Sometimes, yeah. So that show was just me and my guitar.
Yeah. And other times, like when you go with your mates to Tamworth, between you have a band. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Tamworth show was full band, but then, like, for example, I supported Tom Harrington last week in Brisbane, and I had myself, my guitar, and a stomp box. So I had a little bit of
you need some rhythm there.
Fuller sound. Yeah, which just kind of, I've been bringing that in a little bit more lately, and I like it because it fills the space more.
Do you like that better, or do you like playing with the band? I guess your songs are really personal kind of ones, so I don't know, maybe they just suit, stripped down.
Yeah, honestly, I love playing with my band. I love my band. They're the best guys. I've been playing with them for 3 years. But I really do like being alone or with a guitarist. I think it really lets the lyrics soar, because to me it's all about the lyrics. Yeah, and I really want to make sure like they're heard, and I think it is when I'm solo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So Rossi has contacted us. It's killing him, but it's
that's
not
right.
coming back. So
right.
Technical issues.
It's always the roadie that has the technical issues.
Yeah.
And us two Gumbies seem to always get away with it. Okay.
Yeah, somehow we get through it. So in 2025, Braggy, do you have any more questions around the music? I know that you've done deep
No,
dives.
but I was just suggest to listeners that they listen to all those 5 songs. Love in a Bubble, Call It, Time Bomb, 25, Little Lady, and Read a Room, all one after the other, because I feel like they all go together. I know Chloe says it's only 3, but I like them. I think they all kind of, you know what I mean? They all fit. They all fit. So that's what I would say. There's a couple of lines I really like, because I'm a lyric guy, and I like, if I want to, I'll paint you as the villain, because it's easier than keeping my feelings hidden. That's great. Great lyric.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, my mind is messy is good. Yeah, I love those.
Love that.
Up in the air, floating around, so unaware, we were just hanging out. Everybody saw us when we walked out of the bar. I really couldn't care less, so I got into a car. We were up in the air, no coming down.
Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, not people don't put enough emphasis on the lyrics.
I'm all about them.
Yeah, me too. It's good.
And
it's country. It tells the story, like you said. You got to tell the story.
It is country, and as we get to speak with more country artists, it really is becoming, you know, a really favorite genre of mine, Braggy. I know it's you know, I just yeah, and it's the storytelling that gets you. It really is. It's, you know, listening to, you know, when we talk to Adele Oliver, you can hear Broome and the Kimberleys in the songs, right? It's just amazing how and then with Chloe, you hear the you know, the journey of a young girl here in Australia. One thing I do have to say, have they given you the keys to the Gold Coast Music Awards yet? Because you seem to like have a permanent spot there as an award winner.
Oh, thank you. No, they haven't actually. No. Last year I did take out Breakout Artist of the Year, which was entirely unexpected because I've been in the running for a few years now for an award, but never quite taken one home. But yeah, I got to last year, and it was so wonderful because I was born here. I grew up here. I still live here. I'm coast through and through. Like, I've never claimed to be a country artist from a farm. I'm a coastal country artist, I suppose. And I sing about what I know and what I live and breathe, and to have that like acknowledged by my hometown is really cool.
Yeah, you're a songwriter. You don't put yourself in the genre.
Thank you. Love that. Thank you so much. I love that.
And do you ever see yourself like doing a little bit of a surf twangy sort of a song for being on the Gold Coast?
You know what? I'm leaning more into the coastal sound lately. It's what I listen to. I wouldn't say surf twang or like indie rock. That's not really me, but I suppose like Busby Maru are quite coastal country, if you've got to genre them, because they're, you know, up north. And a little bit of like the Jack Johnson feel, like just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Queensland artists kind of have that a little bit, eh? Like you really notice the difference between, like you said, Adele Oliver up there in the Kimberley, that style of music. Although that kind of, it's close to the coast, I guess, as well.
It is. It's that real red dirt meets the sea sort of song.
Yeah.
But another one, Jack Botts, is quite a strong vocalist, and even Kim Churchill would be something that when you were talking about your little box that you're now on stage with as well. Kim plays about 14 different instruments while he's there, so he's amazing. Hey, the other thing I just want to touch on, and this must have blown you away, Chloe was recently named as the global one to watch on Nashville's Big 615 radio, which is Garth Brooks' radio station. What the?
I know. What? I know. I'm aware how I felt when I got the text message. So I didn't ask for it. Didn't text anybody to do that. It just happened, and it was so wonderful because I've seen a few Australians be named the Global One to Watch, and I was just patiently waiting for whenever that may be me, if ever that be me. I got word that Love in a Bubble was going to get a spin on Nashville radio, which blows my mind. I'm speechless, which is weird for me because I love to talk. It was a really pleasant surprise.
It's crazy, and it just shows the trajectory that you've been on. So, we expect nothing but big things. Now, the last two things we'll talk about, one is going to be Tamworth. You mentioned you had your first ticketed show in Tamworth this year. How did all that go for you?
Yeah, it actually went really well. And I say actually because it wasn't looking like it was going to be really transparent. It was nerve-wracking putting on a ticketed show at the busiest country music festival of the year, where there's clashes left, right, and center, and you're competing for people's attention. But I put it on with my friends Jade Gibson and Chelsea Berman, and with three powerhouses, three great minds, we made it happen, and we had a really lovely room full of people, and I got to play with my band. The boys drove 6 hours from the Gold Coast to just be there for that one day, and then they left. And it was really fun. I love Tamworth. I'm not sure if I'll be jumping straight back into doing another ticketed show very quickly because it is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress. But I will definitely be going back next year in some capacity and doing something.
Yes, because we have seen you on the red carpet, and since we've spoken last time, we have a bit of a thing that we ask guests to. We challenge them to, when you're next on the red carpet, and we get a real kick about seeing people that we've talked to on the podcast go on the red carpet. It's your moment to shine. That's awesome. We love it. We just get such a kick. But we do challenge our artists to just do a simple shout out to the boys when you're getting the interview. So I'm going to throw that one at you, Chloe. So next year when you're on that red carpet, if you remember this podcast, and you just a quick shout out to the boys. And as always, we love Brittany Elise, and she will always be one of our favourites now because she was our very first. So hopefully we'll get another couple. But seeing that you're making waves over there in Nashville, we're going to challenge you.
We want the CMA red carpet.
Whoa. I love that you think that I'm going to get there within like the next 12 months. That's keep that positive narrative.
Well, the world's watching. Remember, you're the most watched person. So
I'm global one to watch. So true. I forgot.
Right.
That is so amazing. I just get blown away. So yeah, the rest of 2025, what's the plans and what's on the agenda?
Yeah, I'm playing heaps. I have just started working with a booking agent. So I've got some shows that I'll probably be announcing this week. I can't say yet, but they're happening in May. It's very soon, and I'm very excited. In New South Wales, I'll tell you that much. And I then have a few other shows happening later this year, and more music. Not sure what that looks like at the moment because, like I mentioned, it's kind of changed a little bit, but definitely new music how could I not? I have so
Yeah.
much to say.
That's it.
That is awesome. So, where's the best place that which is your favorite social media channel?
Instagram is where I'm most active in my DMs if anyone ever wants to message me. But TikTok, I actually have a lot of fun on TikTok. I love just posting random content. I feel like I can be more free on TikTok. Instagram still feels quite curated, and you've got to be a highlight reel on Instagram. But TikTok, oh, you never know what you're going to get from me over there. So.
All right, so we will make sure that those links are in our show notes. So, and you've heard it both from Braggy and myself. If you get a chance to see Chloe live, go out there and do it. And what were the songs again, Braggy? And in what order should people listen to
I
them?
haven't got an order. I just went for Call It's got the most listens, yeah?
It does, yeah.
I'd go that first then. But that doesn't mean because Love in a Bubble's only new, so it hasn't been up there that long. So it's not really fair to that song. I like that song as well. I like 25. That's my favorite.
Thank
That's
you.
a really cool song. So,
All right. So we'll make sure we've got a link to your Spotify profile in the show notes as well. So, and as always, it's been awesome catching up with you, Chloe, and we just wish you nothing but the best. And we look forward to seeing you on that red carpet at both in Townsville and the CMA Awards. So
thank you, guys.
No worries. So everyone out there, next week we are talking with Vixens of the Fall, I think, or Vixens of Fall. Very interesting. Another country artist. They're a 3-piece female band. So really excited to be speaking with them. And of course, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe and leave a review because we deserve to be found. So because we highlight artists that deserve to be found. So that's what we're all about. Braggy, it's been good to catch up. I'm glad you're back from Agnes Water. Glad you had a break. And I will see you and everyone else next week. So until then, see you later. Thanks, Chloe.
Bye.